Raider Nation, what is up? Coming to you tonight because just like last offseason, Antonio Brown is trying to make Raider Nation's life a little bit more stressful. Still staying in, I guess, the mainstream news, trying to keep his name alive. Started name dropping John Gruden, started name dropping the Raiders. Came on a podcast, came on a couple shows. So I want to go into that a little bit in depth. But before I get into that, I want to show you guys this. This is a good buddy of mine, Joshua Broussard. He's a real estate agent for Quantified Investment Group out of Las Vegas. And sometimes, you guys, as Raiders fans, you got to move to what moves you. And I want to help you make the move to Las Vegas and be close to your Raiders by referring Joshua Broussard, a real estate agent that you need to call now. This is who you need to call if you're planning to move, sell, or get involved with any type of Las Vegas real estate. But, like I said, we have a lot to cover with Antonio Brown, so let's get into it. So, of course, we can't have a dull week in Raiders news. Something has to pop off. And a very familiar name, a name that leaves a very bad taste in my mouth, and probably a lot of the people here, a lot of you guys watching this video, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown joined the Load Management podcast. I think it's a complex podcast, covers all sports, but he joined the podcast, and he basically said that he had talked to Gruden that day. This podcast was recorded on Monday, and he had stated that he had talked to Gruden that day and that he would not rule out a Raiders return. So let's listen to the clip.
Back to Brady. So he's a free agent.
Yeah.
There's been rumors that he might sign with the Raiders.
Yeah.
What's one thing you would tell him about the Raiders, having been with the Raiders last summer?
I couldn't tell him.
You wouldn't tell him. You wouldn't have any advice.
Just call Coach Grew, John Grew, good guy.
That's you wouldn't. Nothing else. You wouldn't be like
Brady's an OG, man. You don't need no. I know you do it right for him, his family, and Ben, his little Ben.
Is there any chance that you would reunite with him there, or would that?
Wherever Tom go, man, I think I want to play with Tom. 2020 Tom, the AB, 20 touchdowns, 25 maybe. 2,000.
So you had one.
2,000 yards, man. I missed a year, man. Shit, I got to double up. So whichever quarterback want to throw for 2,000 yards, that's just like 125 a game. You know, I need the whole staff, the whole program. You know, AB need that 125.
So wouldn't rule out a Raiders return.
So, as you can see, obviously there's a lot to that. Probably the news that got spread around the most was just him saying he talked to John Gruden and that he wouldn't rule out a Raiders return. But obviously looped into that is what we've been hearing ever since he got cut by the Patriots, and that's that he wanted Tom Brady to be his quarterback. So what do we take from that, right? As Raiders fans, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Can we believe this guy? Can you believe Antonio Brown? Can you believe anything Antonio Brown says to you right now? I can't, really, right? I mean, gosh, the guy was signing a massive deal to come be a Raider, to come be the face of the franchise, and he's late to his own introduction press conference, right? He's late to his own introduction press conference. He was a fake player to his boss, man. He was fake to the fans. I mean, I can tell you firsthand, fake to fans was, you know, his whole helmet debacle. You remember the helmet debacle, right? Where he spray painted his old helmet. He painted his old freaking Steelers helmet and tried to sneak it into practice and practice with it like it was a normal helmet, right? And for me as a fan, member of Raider Nation, I thought I'd take the next step. Whenever he was looking for that adult large Shut Air Advantage helmet, I found him one. I found him one on eBay. I sent it to him on Instagram. He followed me on Instagram at one point. We were really good friends. Yeah, we talked quite a bit. Found him this helmet. It eventually, I think it was the first helmet he got tested, and it failed. He took a second helmet. It failed also. And then after everything went down, he eventually blocked me on Twitter and Instagram, of course. But, yeah, that's exactly, I mean, that's relatable for all of Raider Nation. Same exact thing. I mean, the fans supported him. Everybody supported him. John Gruden supported him. And he even came out. This is what's crazy is not even just the podcast, him not even ruling out a return to the Raiders, which, in my opinion, is absurd. If Antonio Brown and Tom Brady both play for the Raiders in 2020, I'll delete my YouTube channel. Already, I just started this thing. I'm already happy. I'll delete my YouTube channel. I'll stop doing my podcast time. I wouldn't go that far because I still love covering the Raiders. But That is how absurd this is. It's not going to happen. But he even still now at this point had the audacity to go out and get on another talk show and say that he didn't feel supported, right? He didn't feel supported. You know what? I'm not even going to try and explain it. Let's just play the clip.
Situation in a new football team, you need to be embraced, so, I've been wearing the helmet for 10 years, and the guys let me wear my helmet in the spring. So we came to training camp. I practiced one day with the helmet. They're like, hey, man, you can't be on the field unless you get a new helmet. So, I think I just need the support from them guys at that point, being what I was going through at that time.
But Gruden at least publicly gave it to you at that time. He said if AB wants that helmet, he should get that helmet. I mean, I thought it seemed like he was trying to have your back.
Yeah, but trying and having your back is two different things,
So that's what I'm saying, right? And what's wild is he says this. He says all this stuff that we didn't support him, the team didn't support him. But all while we saw this on Hard Knocks, thank goodness for Hard Knocks this year, this is what happened on Hard Knocks.
Thanks for supporting me, Coach. My head, the feet, people after me.
I've been there.
You've been a constant supporter, Coach. Thank you.
I've been there. But if you got any problems, anything bothering you, if you have any problems, I got problems.
We're all in this together.
You know what I'm saying?
So how about that, Antonio Brown, right? Here's one Antonio Brown. Here's the real Antonio Brown. The real Antonio Brown. That's what you guys got to figure out. The real Antonio Brown that says he's innocent in all of his legal cases. The real Antonio Brown that said no more white women 2020, right? But then here he is now with his baby mama again and his children, which, at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. Hopefully those children are given the life that they deserve because they don't deserve this. Whatever he's dealing with mentally, whatever he's going through, hopefully he doesn't cast that onto his children. So, in my opinion, he's gone around, he's been apologizing. He apologized to the NFL. He apologized to Juju Smith-Schuster. He apologized to Ben Roethlisberger. Did he apologize to Mike Mayock yet? Last I heard, he called Mike Mayock a cracker and wanted to punch him in the face. Did he apologize? Did he do anything that severe to Ben Roethlisberger or the NFL? Or Juju? No. Not even close. But he didn't apologize to Mike Mayock, right? He acted like he didn't have any support. When he's getting invited to birthday parties, he's invited over to his house with his family of Derek Carr to be with his quarterback, to hopefully be teammates and be the duo for many years to come. Fully supported by his quarterback. He didn't apologize to him either. So obviously he's got this thing out for the Raiders. I don't care if Tom Brady comes to the Raiders. I still don't want Antonio Brown here. It's not going to work like that. Obviously, whatever it is, he's got something against it, and it's not working for me. It's rubbing me the wrong way. No offense. And I was a big-time Antonio Brown supporter from the get-go. This guy ain't coming back to the silver and black, and I do not support this whatsoever. So, thought I'd just put that video out there real quick. Let you guys know my feeling on the Antonio Brown to Raiders rumors. You can't believe a thing he says. At the end of the day, that's how it works. So, if you guys are watching this video, make sure you are subscribed. You hit that little gray bell in the corner because I will be doing a live stream Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. A live stream be the same setup as this. I'll be taking live questions. I'll be answering any topics, discussing anything. I'll have a little thing to go through. Also, maybe we'll touch on some more Antonio Brown stuff, touch on some off-season questions, the draft, free agency coming up. We'll cover everything. So until a few days, Raider Nation, I'll see you guys later.